Hi, and welcome to an all new Riders Lounge podcast. I'm your host for the show, Steve Sommerfeld, and this is an excerpt from the Two Wheels to Freedom podcast that I did with Clint Esposito. And we went into the X Games Best Trick 2025 rundown, and it was a big year. We had a brand new trick, the third brand new trick from Rob Adelberg in as many months. Probably less. Probably in as many weeks. That's how nuts this guy has been going. So sit back, enjoy, and this is Best Trick. We will have another podcast on Best Whip and Quarter Pipe coming up very shortly.
What's up, everybody? Clint Esposito here for Two Wheels to Freedom, along with my favorite FMX event companion host,
Whoa.
Steve Sommerfeld. What's up, Steve?
Oh, wow. Are you just trying to get me excited now that I'm
trying to wake you up.
Yawning and trying to wake me up? No, thank you very much. Yeah, here we are. Straight after X Games, the big one.
The good
Salt Lake
X
City
Games.
X Games. The A-grade X Games. That was pretty sick. So, yeah, 3 competitions, 3 days, and I guess you had the same problem as me that you were away as well. So
you didn't hear because I didn't bother writing you, but my American Airlines once again canceled my flight right before I left, so I didn't go anywhere. That's why I was making videos.
Right, okay, all right. So you got to stay home. How nice is that?
Well, the money I would have made would have been nice. So,
well, that's why this is going to be better, because you're going to make it from Two Wheels to Freedom YouTube channel
eventually.
One day. Yeah, man. No, it was cool. It was like 3:45 in the morning for the first 2 comps. So this one, Best Trick, and I guess we've got Best Whip coming up. And yeah, it was good to see it. This was a pretty cool comp.
It was. It ended up being a good, a fun competition. There was a lot of things happening. So, you know, I don't think any of them really disappointed. They were all pretty, like suspenseful.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was actually a really good comp. I'd say, unfortunately, only 7 riders. Would be awesome to have a full field of 8. Who that 8th rider could be. I mean, we spoke about that the other day in the preview, but it was good. It was definitely good to see different styles, different big tricks, and a couple of surprises in here.
Well, that's what made the comp good, right? Was the fact that
all right. So shall we hit the road and get this thing moving?
Let's get going. So here we go. First competition, Moto X Best Trick, McCarty, Genki, Tom Richards, Taka Higashino, Benny Richards, Jackson Strong, and of course Rob Adelberg.
7 of them in the field here tonight, and we have to talk about Benny.
We're going to turn
Jimmy
him
Coleman
down
in the background.
We're going to turn him down a little bit.
Absolutely, he absolutely killed it.
So you can just barely hear.
Yeah, we got Jimmy and Vicky in the background there, but they're obviously going through the riders at the minute. Yeah, best of 2 jumps, just like normal for Best Trick. 0 to 100, like super simple. But I felt like the judges actually made things a little bit difficult for themselves halfway through this, and I guess we'll find out why coming up. So yeah, this was the first wildcard one for us, actually. Brian McCarty, McNalls, and we saw his name pop up just the other day before this went down, and we were wondering what he had.
And he answered us online.
He did answer us online, and it was a wave to the crowd.
So
nice. I guess you can explain it better.
Well, I heard he thought that this was just an intro.
Yeah.
Like they were doing an
That's
intro
what I think, yeah.
jump, so he just waved, and then they were like, hey, good job one-hander on Best Trick.
Yeah. Billy Walls, Nilly? No. What was his name? Billy
Walls? Are you talking
Who was
about?
the guy who fluffed it twice and never came back?
Oh,
I forgot. Anyway, my memory's bad.
Wasn't it?
No, so I think
Wyatt or
he
something.
oh, maybe Willie what?
I can't remember what his name was now.
So no, it sounds like he thought it was an intro jump, and he waved to the crowd, and they're like, "Sorry, bud, that was your first attempt." So that sucked
Oh,
for McNiles, but he actually did reply when we put up those couple of videos, and he said he was simply in as a backup because Julian Van Stippen was still suffering from his wrist injury, and he pulled out at the last minute. So McNiles had to fill on in.
that's a good call to get, though. Either way.
Yeah, like now I wonder who made that call because McNiles is not a rider that we've kind of heard of in a long time, especially for best trick. So it was quite interesting to see his name pop up.
Yeah, that is. You would think being California, there would have been a lot of people available. Not saying that McCarty's not deserving, just saying that
No,
there
definitely not.
definitely was probably, Javier.
Oh yeah, true, very true.
Maybe he was busy.
No, but
Who
it
knows?
was cool. Yeah, it was cool to see McNiles there, and we will get to see something good out of him. This is Genki or Wanky-san Watanabe KOD flip on the next gen ramp.
It was a good KOD, not one of the biggest ever. And obviously in 2025 best trick, you're like, that's probably not going to score that well.
Well, now this is what made it funny.
True,
for me.
he got a
I would say
78.
He actually scored really well. I was like, okay, the judges were just giving out big points there because McNiles got 54 for waving to the crowd. Now this is the big one. This is Tommy Richards with some wacky body varial. And at the time, I was watching it with one eye kind of half open because I was so tired. And I was like, what the hell did Tommy Richards come with?
So it looks like he goes seat grab indie, kind of.
Seat grab, and then he twists, kind of does a flippy aroundy thing. And I was trying to think of this. I'm like, what is it? I've seen this before. I've seen it done. I listened to the commentators say that they didn't know what it was. They didn't have a name for it. It's the inside roll by Mark Pignol.
There you go.
I was like, I wonder if it was one of Ronaldo's. Ronaldo's done a whole bunch of different varials, and I was trying to go through it. It was actually John Matthews who corrected me. He's like, nope, Pignol. It was the inside roll. Only when Tommy Richards did it, he kind of grabbed heavy on the back, like two hands on the back of it.
Yep.
Obviously, you could see there the rear fender flexing pretty heavy. But that was the inside roll, kind of with a bit of a double grab variation.
The X Games are brought to you by Monster Energy.
We're going to skip forward. Here we go to Taka-san
Right.
with a big
That
old
is-
rock solid indie. I did hear some people online bitching that, best trick again, just Taka doing rock solid flips, like it's a heel clicker or something.
Yeah, come on. I mean, that's a massive rock solid flip. It's still one of the gnarliest tricks in the world.
Huge rock solid flip.
Yeah, like this is the problem that X Games has. And it has always favored innovation. But if you're going to talk about a best trick, a rock solid flip still kind of has to be in that discussion of what a best trick is.
Well, he
So it's
needs
not
to,
innovating because he's done it before, but
he needs to wait 20 years and then bring it back out, and then it'll be totally fine.
and he'll get a medal.
Yeah.
He'll get a medal for that. Yeah, very true. Oh, sorry, I just booted. Oh, whiskey. Whiskey's laying under my feet. Sorry, whiskey. Now, how many people complain though? Really?
Well, I saw one person, right? But you know
Okay,
how
there
the
we go.
internet is.
Okay.
You just latch
This is
on to
it.
that one person bitching.
Benny Richards. So the Richards brothers with the body varials. Now, this one, I'm not sure what I would call this.
Well, I think
I'm-
it is a special flip. There's a
It's
Chuck.
he
running
starts
his-
special flip.
Do you see Chuck running his tiny shorts right here?
Is that Chuck?
Yeah, that's Chuck.
Oh, wow. I thought he just got off the Tour de France or something. Look at that.
Chuck just likes little shorts, that's all.
Just jumped off the bike. He's running there. Now, yeah, he starts like special flip. It almost looks a bit like Jacko's the Jack. And again, John Matthews, when I was talking to him about this, he's like, yeah, there's kind of like a little Electric Doom feeling about this. Like, if he didn't go through the bars and grab on, but it's like,
It's
I don't
hard
know.
with that. You're really picking hairs now with the way certain movements are, you know, to call it
That's-
this or that.
Exactly. That was exactly the thing that I came away from this event with. It's like, is there a point when we get to body varials where it's like, we just talk about the start and however they figure it out, like everyone's going to be individual. It's not like doing a seat grab indie where it's going to be the
Right.
same. Like every body varial is different.
And how
Everyone's
smooth...
California roll is different.
Yeah, exactly. How smooth is this, though?
Butter. Smooth as butter.
Like, I feel like anybody else that did that variation of body varial was not that smooth.
No, that looked awesome.
It
No,
looked too
so
easy.
Benny- Sorry?
It looked almost too easy. Like, he was like,
Yeah.
Just
and
flipped
first,
around.
that was his first attempt as well. Like, coming out cold, his little brother's just landed the inside roll, and then he's got to go 2 jumps later. And man, Benny just made it look too good.
so good. And now we got Jackson Strong coming up. We already know what he's attempting because he attempted it last week in Japan.
All
Yep.
right, here we go. This is the front flip seat grab.
You could tell it slows his rotation down. And I think that's the issue with getting a full extension. I also think that that's why he was going indie instead of like seat grab or heart attack, because once you extend your legs, it's really going to slow it down.
That's it. Yep. And that whiplash that you could see on the landing, like dabbed his foot, whiplashed him forward.
Oh, his foot wasn't even on. Watch his foot when he comes back.
Was it not even on?
It's
the
not
peg?
even on the peg.
Yes.
Look.
Oh, yep. Damn. Yeah, that's
Oof.
Oh, and then the right foot blew off as well. Yeah, now that explains why he was holding his neck after that one.
So it was like a combo trick. He did front flip, seat grab to hickory nut crunch.
Hickory nut crunch. Nice. Why did they not give him more points? Come on. So this is the thing that we had that discussion about after Japan. Like, if he gets a good seat grab front flip, would that beat Adelberg's Rowedova front flip because you kind of stay close to the bike? And I feel like Jacko just made that look harder again.
Right.
But now it's Adelberg and a straight frontie.
And he
And I think they were
just
talking about there that that there is elevation at Salt Lake, so the bikes were a bit underpowered.
Yeah. And you can hear that later when we do or actually we don't have the full quarter pipe high air, because you can hear with Bierman's bike sounded like it did not want to rev up.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he didn't get his rotation, or he felt it was going slow already, because look at how he lands. I mean, I guess he's
Yeah.
almost perfect. But if he had thrown the trick, maybe it would have slowed him down that little bit extra.
Yeah. So at this point, I was like, this is a very tough competition because Jacko can't make a mistake on the next one. Like, if he wants to stay on the podium, and Adelberg's got a lot of work to do now.
Exactly. They definitely put the pressure on them. Both of them put the pressure on themselves, you know, for it's do or die next round.
That's it. And luckily, like for the Richards brothers, the young bucks, they
They're
already
just
laid it
chilling.
down. Like, they're chilling now.
Yeah. But you still got to sit there, and they know what those other two guys have. At least for the brother, you know, in third, he's like, I know both of these guys are.
That's
You
it.
know.
Hey, but how is that though? Tom Richards, like at this point, his first ever X Games, he's sitting in the lead right now with that inside roll, flexing that rear fender on the YZ. And that would have been a pretty insane feeling, I think, as a young kid, just going, what the hell? All my Christmases have just come at once.
Yeah, for sure. Imagine you're Benny and you're like, oh, I've done 3 of these. And then
Yeah.
your brother just comes in and stomps it right off of the bat. You're like, oh, you little jerk. I'm sure everybody seems pretty happy. Even Jackson with, you know what I mean? Everybody's congratulating everybody. You could tell that they, you know, they ride together and stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Like that there is the little group who's training together all the time. Jacko, Benny, and Tommy.
All right, now
So,
Mick
right.
Gnarls coming back out. He needs redemption on his one-hander. I would say that
That's
did
a
it.
good KOD flip.
Yeah.
And I think I heard, did Vicky say on this that he actually hasn't even jumped the next gen before?
Yeah.
Like,
I think she
that's
said
not
there was
bad.
the first time. No, for sure. That's why he's McNarls.
dude, that's it. Like, you've not jumped this ramp before. It's
And
going to give you
greases
so
it.
much more and time. You got to figure out your rotation speed. And yeah, I mean, it's a tsunami flip, ruler flip, but that's cool.
I'm surprised his shoulders can go back that far for as big as he is. Usually big dudes aren't that flexible.
No, but it's probably physics just makes that happen. The gravity just pushes your shoulders into that. So
Yeah.
you just got to go with the flow at that point.
And then he just threatens the bike to come back around or he's going to smash it.
So I was, and again, the other thing I was listening to, what was the world record that he has? 212 feet for the longest backflip.
Flip? I think so. I don't know
he's
exactly what
212.
it is, but it's over 2, yeah. Which was supposed to be AG.
That's right. Oh, and this is crazy. So Wanky's son has already done his KOD backflip, not the biggest in the world, and I'm sure he knows that. He just did an upright trick, and actually, oh damn it, his name's not on the board.
Yeah.
But it was 78.33, I think, and I think this actually improves. This like whipped out flatliner-y indie thing to seat grab. I don't know what it is, but looks pretty sick. And I'm pretty sure this beat his backflip combo.
Innovation?
It did.
There you go.
Yeah,
He moved ahead of
he just went ahead of McNalls.
yep. I mean, I
So
don't
there you go.
He's the only one doing it and it looks pretty gnarly. Like I think that would be hard to learn.
Yeah, exactly.
Now he's taking a page out of McNarl's first jump playbook and just giving a wave to the crowd.
So Tommy Richards happy with his first ever X Games, landing the inside roll. He is not risking it because he's not going to do that better. So
Right.
good idea. That was the smart thing to do, I think.
A smart young lad. Look at him,
Yeah.
not trying to get hurt after he already got himself into first place here.
Now, just checking, is the video still going on your site? Because it has stalled on what I can see.
It is.
Because I can hear talking, but I don't see video moving.
Yeah, I don't know why. There we go. It just refreshed.
All right, so now we're back.
Damned old
This is
Wirecast.
Taka Higashino, huge ruler flip. Actually, I did see people complaining about the ruler flip as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're like complaining, like, why are we watching X Games best trick and all we're getting is like that must be the third. That's the third attempt or third variation of a KOD flip. And of course, Tucker's was massive.
Oh. Just
But I
don't even
think like
talk.
for Tucker, what was he gonna do? Another Cali roll? Been there, done that. He's already done the rock solid flip. Cut this, huh?
Yep. So I wonder what that thing ended up scoring for him.
The ruler flip?
Yeah. Like he obviously didn't beat his rock solid flip.
I would hope that didn't beat the rock solid flip. Actually, one other thing, just watching there, have you noticed how much everybody's suspension is like getting a double bounce on that landing?
Yeah. It's
I'm
not steep
guessing-
enough, I don't think.
No, that's what I was thinking. Right, the landing was just not steep enough.
It is a big landing, and it's interesting, I'm sure, just so they can be like, it's an official contest or whatever. It's not an airbag,
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
it's like
that's true.
resi-ish.
Yeah, they're like maybe a little bit of foam under there or something. That's Benny Richards.
The
with a
very
big
nice
old-
KOD, held it out, fully extended, looking back.
Yeah, he didn't need to. What was he gonna do better on his special flip? Like we already said, it was probably the best one that's ever been done up until now. Like the cleanest. He's not gonna do it any better. So Benny Richards with just styling it out and giving the crowd just something a little extra to look at.
And again, if you don't have something way bigger, like, you're not going to improve yourself. So what exactly is the point?
Yeah.
I would have been like, I'm not even going out. I'm just going to sit here.
Man, they are some short shorts there, Chuck. Damn, now I can't stop looking. Oh, man. All right. So this, I guess we're looking back at Jacko's first attempt. The seat grab, maybe seat grab indie front
Works.
flip that he was going for.
We're explaining why his neck hurts. So here we go. Attempt number 2. He swings out way wider than pretty much everybody else. I
And
wonder.
he got the frontie and he just stalled that front flip out.
Yeah.
But how crazy is that though? He just stalled the front flip.
Yeah.
That's yeah, the dude is on another level. Obviously he's going for combos, so you need more rotation. But most people have not even attempted a real front flip. He's now stalling them.
I thought the same thing when I watched it. I was like, that's a guy that's done a ton of front flips, right? Where he can bail out of a trick and be like, I need to slow it down. So he just stands up and slows it down and lands,
That's
pretty much
it.
greases it right here, which actually
Look
looks
at that,
pretty
just-
cool.
What's that, sorry?
I said it actually looks pretty cool, like him just stalling it out.
And then boop, he's like, nah, slow that thing down. Now, what was it? 2011 was his first X Games with the front flip. So 14 years he's been doing front flips. Not every year at X Games, but
Yeah. And he obviously, it's pretty clear to see that the next gen ramp has made it way easier to front flip.
Yeah, that's it. Like him and Adelberg still had it down pretty good on the regular ramp, but the next gen's just making everything so much easier.
They were struggling to get combos off.
Yeah,
Off
yeah,
of a regular
no
comp ramp.
footer or something, or
Yeah.
I can't remember what the biggest one was, but I think it was something like that.
Like a
right,
knack.
here we go. This is it. Adelberg has to get it all now. Rowedova Stripper front flip. That was it. That was like his last chance, last rider, and he wasn't in a good position. And he brought it.
Pretty much perfect. I mean, like Adelberg does, if he's bringing something to the contest, he usually has it pretty well dialed in.
You know what's crazy? He didn't get it on the first one. That's how
No.
dialed in Adelberg is, that normally it would be the first jump done.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
he might have had a little bit of stress on that one.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and again, he's on a 250 two-stroke, so how much of it was power? Although, I think most of it is throwing the rotation, right? It's not like in a flip where the power is actually helping you rotate.
Yeah. Oh, man, look at it, though. Like, that's not small extension. That is pretty much as big as you would get it upright. Most
him,
guys don't even do it that big upright.
yeah, exactly. Watch him jam on his brake as he comes off. We're going to see it from the second
Didn't
angle.
notice that.
Yeah, watch
You
the
don't see it
second
from
angle
there.
here.
Stripper front flip, which was not on the radar
Right here.
at
Boom.
Oh,
And
yeah.
see how it jerks the back end up?
And how fast he went from jamming his foot on the brake to then doing a stripper.
Yeah.
Like he's gone from foot down to foot through the bars in less than half a second, like a quarter of a second.
Yeah, I couldn't believe
How
how
the-
clean he pulled that off, just even getting his foot through the bars and just like jumped himself up to the bars while doing a front flip and holding on to his seat.
Yeah, but like how fast he gets that done, how big he gets it done, and boom. Was that 90? Is that 95?
Yeah.
Yeah, so two points clear of Tommy.
But how about that? That is only 2 points higher than the other trick, which I'm not saying is, you know what I mean, not amazing in itself, but to bring something totally new in a front flip like that,
That's
you know,
it.
if 5 years ago, were you ever thinking anybody was doing that in a front flip?
No way. Absolutely not. Like maybe on a cheetah ramp, I was
Exactly.
thinking that could be possible. On the rocker ramp, maybe. But so that's where I was thinking halfway through the comp, there was the issue on the points from the judges because they didn't leave themselves
Right.
an awful lot of room. Like if Jacko had a good one, if Taka came with something new, which maybe Taka could have come with a California roll combo as well. Like we looked like in Japan a week earlier, it looked like he was going to go combo. So they didn't leave themselves much room.
What if Taka did a secret rock solid indie backflip?
Did he do an indie in Japan?
Did he?
Maybe.
All
Did
right,
he
there-
not?
There's a bit of
Damn,
fluff
maybe-
here. I don't think it was a double grab in or a rock solid indie. I mean,
I can't remember.